This is Exleys on the NFL Unfiltered. UK style, let's get into it.
What's up, guys? This is Exleys on the NFL Unfiltered UK style. I am Tony, and that over there is Steve, and obviously I'm still using a weird green screen thing, so it's looking a bit funky at the moment. So, straight into it, as always, this week's top stories. We'll start with some serious news. New York Jets cornerback Kris Boyd was shot and critically wounded in Midtown early Sunday morning. He's clinging to life at Bellevue Hospital. Police didn't name him publicly, but multiple sources confirmed Boyd is the victim. There's no real information about that other than what I've just said. I don't know whether this robbery gone wrong
Be able to find
anything like that. No, it's,
there doesn't seem to be, at least over here, there doesn't seem to be anything that's being able to find. I don't know if it's been released by police, if they're still investigating as to what happened. I don't really know what's going on. It's kind of this big mystery.
It's a weird one because it's like normally for his Rolex or for his car. I just personally thought it was notable and should be spoken about, even if we just mention it. I think it's a crazy one.
Yeah, I think quite a few. What's that? That's at least 3 stories this year of people getting shot. And
then also
NFL stars and stuff.
Yeah, on that, around $200,000 hairs worth of property was stolen from the home of QB rookie from the Browns, Shedeur Sanders, during a break-in on Sunday. Probably while he was at the game, because it's an easy target, and you know where they are. He plays for the Browns. Where's he going to be on a Sunday? He's going to be sitting on the sidelines, although he did get a little bit of a start, and I've seen some mixed reviews on how he played. Yeah, but you think about it, he played like a backup QB. You'd expect a backup QB to play against the first team.
I also saw that I think it was the centre said that they only got like 4 reps with him this week in practice, so it was like, well, they're not going to have very good chemistry if they're not practicing together.
No, exactly. You can't expect him to play like a first team QB if he's not getting first team reps. I personally think that's the problem with backups. They're only playing with second and third string players, and they're not getting enough reps with the first team. But you want your reps.
I also think the Browns, especially people like the Browns, Saints, Raiders, teams like that, maybe the Falcons, I don't know, but you know, the sort of lower teams to practice, especially at this point in the season, with their backups. If you're not doing very well, you could be putting your backup in at any point, so they should be getting first team reps at some point. Yeah,
look at the Giants. What are they on their 3rd QB now, with Jameis Winston playing? Although it didn't go as well as they'd hoped. I mean, it was obviously the Jameis Winston show, and it was entertaining as you would expect from a Jameis Winston playing first QB1 rather. Packers did beat him, but not by much, and not until the very last minute, pretty much. But yeah, like the Giants are on their 3rd quarterback. Joe Flacco was first.
And Russell Wilson.
Oh, Russell Wilson, fucking hell. Then Jackson Dart, and now the one and only Jameis Winston. So
I mean, Jameis is only in because Jackson got himself knocked out again.
But you think teams like that would be ready to go? Like Jameis Winston was ready to go. He knew what had to be done, and he done his best. You look at the Browns and Shedeur Sanders, he wasn't ready to go. Do you know what I mean? That was just
there was nothing there for sure. At least with Jameis, he's a vet.
Yeah, he's
so he knows at any point he could be put in.
It's not just with the Browns. It's happening all over. Shit, what do we do? Chuck a rookie in. They've not had first team reps, and then it's a sink or swim, and they're sinking when you know that they're capable of it. Yeah, Cam Ward.
Titans are literally 1-9, I think, so far.
Let me see. I did pull the standards up before we came on. Come on, you're slow.
League. Where are we at? Yeah, Tennessee Titans 1-9. Giants are 2-9. Saints 2-8. Browns 2-8. Jets 2-8. Raiders 2-8. I mean, all of them should be at least entertaining the idea of changing up their QBs.
Yeah.
Especially the Raiders. The Geno Smith show's been bad. I mean, New York's putting in, I want to say Tyrod Taylor this week.
I don't know.
Benching
Yes, they are benching.
Benching Justin Fields and putting in, I believe it's Tyrod Taylor.
Yes, I think it is. I think you are right. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor is in. Justin Fields is out. New York faces Baltimore in Week 12. I mean, the Ravens aren't playing...
Ranking dead last.
The Ravens aren't playing outstanding, but they're playing better ball than the Jets.
I mean, the Ravens, I believe, are on the bubble of the playoffs, so...
Yeah, they're 5-5, so...
The Jets have no chance.
Now is the time to do something. Justin Fields is not playing the game that you wanted him to play. They've pulled him out now, obviously, but... Oh dear.
I'd hope to see more from Justin Fields. I think this is his final season as a starter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with you there.
I think he will become, like quite a few do, system backup QB.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. You have this, my friend.
So, yeah, about going from last week.
Mm-hmm.
So last week, obviously, I believe it's Javon.
Yeah, I think it's Javon.
Kinlaw got fined for hitting Amon-Ra St. Brown, but there's since that's all happened, there's been loads of video of St. Brown being the first one to initiate it.
Yeah,
and what I don't think's fair about that is obviously that the video all came out just before Sunday's game against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't suspend him for one game or anything. They didn't do it. There didn't seem to be any kind of consequences from it.
For Amon-Ra St. Brown, no. And you're looking at, what did Kinlaw got? Nearly 15 grand fine. And I'm pretty sure he got a suspension. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, he didn't get a suspension because he played against the Eagles. Did he get a fine?
Yeah.
And this is what we were talking about.
You'd like to think he got a fine.
And this leads into kind of, we've got it all in segments, but the segments, I think this week I've scattered them out a little bit too much because Bengals wide receiver Jamarr Chase got a 1-game suspension for spitting at Jalen Ramsey. So he's going to lose $448,000.
Yeah, Ramsey got ejected for punching him.
Yeah. He's going to lose $448,000 in-game check and another $58,000 in active bonus. He says he didn't spit, but I can't remember his name from the Eagles, got
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, he got suspended, and didn't he get a fine as well? His fine wasn't. Massive.
So they're not actually being fined. They're not being fined. What it is,
they're just losing their money.
That they're being forced to give up their game check for that day.
Right. Okay.
So they lose their week's pays.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously Jalen Carter still being on his rookie deal. Don't know if he's on his third year. I think he's on his third year. So obviously his game check's going to be a lot smaller because Jamarr Chase just signed that ridiculous deal.
Yeah.
I think all of Jalen Carter's was like 40 grand or something. So it's still less than Jamar Chase's active bonus.
It is ridiculous the amount of money you're getting. They're losing for that, and then Amon-Ra didn't get anything, and Kinlaw's getting a 15 grand fine. We were talking about this yesterday. The fines and suspensions are not equal across the whole league, I don't think.
No.
When you see these things,
it should be a fixed fine depending on what they've done.
Yeah, spitting, 5 grand, taunting, 6 grand. Do you know what I mean? Right.
It should be like if you get suspended for one game, that's your game check. Yes.
Yeah.
But like everybody should be that. As you say, spitting should be one fixed penalty. I think more than 5 grand maybe because it's not something anybody wants to see.
You don't want to be spitting at people anyway. You're a fucking 2-year-old.
Yeah, I mean they are paid millions to do this, and they're doing stupid shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, different celebrations. What did they get? Fuck's sake, I forget the.
Matey boy last week got his hip thrusting. If it's two pumps, you get fined or some shit.
That fine was a ridiculous amount as well. When it was like 7.5 grand for that.
Something stupid.
This season, it seems to be every week we've got a fine for something that you just think, what the fuck? What the fuck are you
Some
fining?
of it, though, as well.
They're stopping them doing the bow and arrow, the gun shooting and shit like that. I get that, but thrusting is hip.
I can't remember who it was. Someone also got fined. I don't know if he got fined. He got an unsportsmanlike conduct for dunking the ball over the goalpost as a celebration.
I seen one this week where he ran and grabbed the goalpost and didn't slide down it, but grabbed it and got unsportsmanlike conduct. When I seen that, I was like...
Eagles game, yeah.
That was a Lion, wasn't it? That was one of the Lions players did that. Yeah, and I was like, how's that unsportsmanlike conduct? That's no different
It's the same as the dunking it over the goalpost. Like, what's the point of trying to get... I get the getting rid of gang signs, getting rid of weaponry and all that kind of stuff. But then let them do the other stuff, like dunk it over the goalpost. Where's it going to go?
Yeah, well, this is what I'm thinking, like... oh, man, I just got something in my eye. Cam Scatterboo, yeah? Flips when he gets a touchdown. What's the difference from him doing that and them dunking it over the goalpost or jumping at the goalpost? How is that unsportsmanlike conduct, but a backflip isn't?
The one I really don't get is the jumping on the goalpost. Why is that unsportsmanlike? What's unsportsmanlike about that? You're jumping and hugging a goalpost that has a giant pad on it.
Yeah, but if he jumped and grabbed one of his teammates like that, that's not unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is unsportsmanlike about it?
Yeah, I think
it makes no sense.
Anyone that watches this video needs to, like, if you know better than we do, let us know, because that baffles me. It confuses the crap out of me. How is jumping at and grabbing the goalpost unsportsmanlike conduct? Like, if he started flipping off the Eagles, or, I don't know, like, to me, taunting is, oh, we got a touchdown, you didn't. Not running at the goalpost and freaking grabbing it. Like, haha, we are winning, you're... Oh, God, like, even, like, just off the top of my head right now, I can't think of something to say that would be, like, unsportsmanlike conduct. We're better than you are. That's unsportsmanlike conduct. Do you know what I mean? Throwing the ball at you...
it just doesn't make any sense.
Because I got a touchdown. Baffles the crap out of me. But anyway, fuck it. Josh Williams of the Buccaneers has been suspended for 6 games without pay for violating the NFL's PED policy. He'll be eligible to return in week 17. How many weeks?
He's not playing again this season.
No. How many times this season have we seen someone getting suspended for violations of the PED policy? This has got to be the 3rd time.
It's at least 3 that we've spoke about, because I mean, if you think about it, the last one was OBJ, who I believe still isn't eligible yet. Might be next week, I think he is. And then there was one that was at the start of the season. So there's at least 3 of them.
I want to look that up. OBJ suspended for. Don't think he got 6 weeks. Oh, he did get 6 games. That I was just going to say. He failed a positive test for testosterone levels during the 2024 season while playing for Miami. But because he's not signed by anyone right now, he's suspended, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he got a short suspension. Which we've spoken about, and we're like, how can he be suspended? He's not signed to a team. He's not getting paid.
He should be suspended after being signed.
Yeah.
Hey, we digress. That's irrelevant, that one.
Yes. Move on.
Yeah, I mean, these players need to be a bit more careful what they're consuming.
Yeah, like I've said before,
this
late into the season.
This one is just ridiculous.
Yeah, this late into the season.
At the end of the day, you know what is and isn't. Like, you should have a list of what you can't consume. And if you've got a chef making it, you should at least be checking the ingredients of what you're buying or what your people are buying or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same in America, but over here, because, like, forces, police, army, navy, that sort of stuff, they're not allowed, obviously. That's PEDs, they're not allowed that. So if you're taking supplements, protein and stuff like that, there's an approved list that definitely doesn't have anything in there. So surely there's something like that in America, and you should be checking that sort of shit before you buy your protein powder.
Especially with the NFL.
Yeah, man, Jesus Christ. But I could bang on about that sort of stuff for fucking hours. So let's move along to the next Philadelphia Eagles news.
This one I get a little bit, but it's annoying as shit.
It's confusing.
So, Eagles traded for Jaire Alexander. Mm-hmm. He had a bit of a knee injury, but he has since announced, middle of last week, he announced last week that he's stepping away from football to get right physically and mentally, and then he'll decide his future.
Yeah.
which almost sounds like a retirement note.
I seen something that he is retiring. I mean, I only seen like one or two little things, but when you click on it, it's like he stepped away to think about his future, get himself right, get his mind right, blah blah blah. I don't think he'll be back this season, and
I
the
don't.
Eagles
I
won't
think
know
he's going to
the
wait until
off-season.
his contract's up.
You don't.
Well, he signed a 1-year contract with the Ravens, so
Yeah, he's probably
obviously
just
when
gonna
you
wait
get
till that.
traded, you don't get a choice.
Yeah,
I
he
get
could
the
just-
feeling he didn't really want to come to the Eagles because of how many cornerbacks we've already got. Didn't want the battle because of his knee injury. He's not going to be high up on that list. So
Yeah,
I think he's seen how many cornerbacks we've actually got. Doesn't want to go for the big
Yeah.
battle when he comes back from injury.
yeah.
And has just decided to essentially sit the season out.
When he is right, he's a good cornerback, but he's prone to injury.
That's the bit that kind of annoys me a little bit. Is I think if he was healthy, he would take that spot. That would be his position to take.
Yeah, so maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't. We shall see, but I would not, as an Eagles fan, hold your breath, because we lost him most of last season, and the season before he was out quite a bit.
We
so...
could hit.
Not last season, no, yeah. We shall see. Hopefully he does, because I think he's a really good cornerback. But, yeah, I'll take this one.
Speaking of though, yeah.
Go on. Wide receiver. This one's funny.
Yeah.
Wide receiver Tyreek Hill updated his Instagram bio to unemployed. He's talked about retirement after knee surgery and could be released this off-season. And apparently, he's our DJ, stage name Cheetah. What the fuck?
Why is it the more that's come out about Tyreek Hill over, say, the last 6 months to a year, it's just got more ridiculous. Like, his shit is just getting stupider and stupider.
I don't know. Is he...
Do you know what I mean, though? It's just getting more ridiculous. Like, how many kids has he got now? How many baby mamas has he got now? You know, it's just...
If he's going into DJing, you can guarantee that however many he's going to add more to.
Yeah, and he's just going to end up going to do something. He's going to have to take on so many jobs. He's not going to be able to afford to live.
I think he's probably set for life with money, and DJing is probably just something he enjoys doing.
I don't know, because I mean, you think about all them that child support payments he's got.
Yeah, there is. That.
I'm not sure if he's set for life anymore.
So straight off, what the fuck? I need to see if I can find some of his music somewhere just to give that a whirl. But we'll move on if I find some.
I wonder. I wonder if he's a DJ. A bit like, I don't know, say Shaq, just sort of mixes songs and stuff, or if he's actually like a DJ and producer and makes his songs. That'd be interesting to see.
I don't know, but I'd be hyped to go and see Shaq because he brings the party wherever he goes. Shaq, yeah. I've seen Shaq in concert, like on YouTube and stuff. That looks fun.
Shaq is actually really good.
Yeah. But anyway, on to contract signings, extensions, and releases. Just quick fire through the two. Steelers sign Asante Samuel Jr. I believe I've seen him play this week, and if I remember, he wasn't too bad. And then Commanders release kicker Matt Gay after 2 long misses in the Madrid loss to Miami. Mate, kicking this week was mental. Did you see...
It's ridiculous.
The Packers and New York Giants game when our kicker kicked the ball and the wind was so bad it must have shot it like 3 fucking yards wide. It ended up in the stands.
Mate.
Like the beginning of this season...
That's what happened with the Eagles game.
The beginning of the season, the kicks were just on point for everybody. Do you know, everybody was nailing their kicks apart from the few blocked field goals we've seen. But
you know all the things about the Eagles-Lions game and the 4th downs, and that's because of how bad the wind was.
It's crazy, isn't it?
The Dan Campbell and that, they were getting too far out to be able to kick a field goal because of how windy it was.
Yeah, that was the problem we had as well. You couldn't... I think we had 2 missed field goals, and that was wind related. And our kicker hasn't missed...
It's just ridiculous this season.
We had have a sack in, I think his name is, the substitute teacher, Packer kicker now, hadn't missed a kick in his 2 games that he's played for us. And he got the Packers' longest kick, and then he missed 2 because of the wind at MetLife. So, but Kicking was not good this week for anybody, I don't think.
I don't think it was. So I was looking this up. One website estimates the NFL has seen 10 kicker changes at least this season.
It's mad, isn't it? What's his name?
Whether that's being released or whatever is a different story. But yeah, they estimate there's been at least 10 kickers changed this season.
Yeah, the Falcons kicker, what's his name? Young Fu something. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Young who? Yeah. I believe it's Young who.
Where's he gone now? Because he got released by the Falcons.
He went to the Giants.
He got released. He did, yes. He got released and picked up really
Young
quickly.
Huku.
That's it, Young Huku. I was going to say
yeah,
Young
he went
Hu
to the
Wu.
Giants practice squad, and I believe he's been elevated to game status already.
I think he played.
I don't know if he's the kicker or the placeholder, but
He's
he's. I believe he got elevated to the game.
He did kick, I'm sure. Anyway, injuries. This is you, Steve. There's a fair few injuries again this week, being that it is week 11, or was week 11. We're now going into week 12. There is a fair few injuries midway through the season.
So you've got Aaron Rodgers, fractured wrist. Week to week, it's been announced there's no surgery needed. Michael Penix Jr. potentially season-ending knee injury. Couldn't find out what it was.
Oh, I couldn't.
Travis Hunter is believed is very likely to be a season-ending LCL surgery. Marvin Harrison Jr. appendicitis surgery. I think he's going to be 1, maybe 2 weeks. I don't think his is going to be a long stint out.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Wilson on IR with a knee injury. Detroit defensive tackle Milton Williams, his ankle on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Laporta to IR. I couldn't find out what put him on IR, but
I couldn't find that either. But that's a big one for the Lions.
I would imagine something. Yeah, for the Lions to put Laporta on IR, that's got to be something quite bad, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, Kris Boyd is out, and offensive tackle Lane Johnson has got a Lisfranc injury. 4 to 6 weeks. Probably put him on IR, open up a roster spot.
What's
I don't 100% know what Lisfranc is. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
I'll Google that because I've never heard of that. Lisfranc.
It's something to do with the foot.
Yeah, injury of the foot. You type that in,
sprain, fracture, or dislocation.
Ooh, sick, mate. That's nasty. That sounds horrible.
He did get rolled up. During the play. So I'm not entirely surprised.
This week was a massive injury week. Some of those could change the playoffs for maybe the Steelers.
I think. Yeah, Steelers.
He's going to be week to
Jets.
week now.
I mean, they're not going to be playoff, but Jets, that's a big one for Jets.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter.
Might affect the Eagles. Unlikely, because the Eagles seem to be able to switch people in and out and not have too much of an impact. But Lane Johnson's a big key part to the Eagles. A big key part.
He's one of the highest graded offensive tackles still, and he's in like year 12 or 13.
It's mental, isn't it?
So
it's fucking crazy.
But yeah.
Question for the viewers: which injury hurts their team the most going forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and we read the comments, and we might get back to you. No, we will get back to you. Top games. I didn't watch either of these games again this week, Steve. I was watching. Obviously, watched the Packers game, and then I watched the Raiders Cowboys game. The Cowboys just rolled the Raiders up, rolled them up, chewed them up, spit them out.
Did you see during that game, Ashton Jeanty got stonewalled in the end zone for a safety?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel bad for people like Ashton Jeanty. I think we've said this before. They have joined this. He's joined the Raiders with high hopes, and he must be like now going into week 12. Like fuck. Max Crosby. I feel bad for him. Yeah, Max Crosby, I feel bad for him.
Max Crosby's the one I really feel sorry for him. He's just re-signed. He's devoted his career to the Raiders.
Yeah, Brock Bowers.
He's just re-signed like 3 more years.
And Brock Bowers is he's an amazing tight end, and he can put all that work in. And where did
you imagine if you could put Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, and Max Crosby on, say, the Lions or the Chiefs. I mean, if you put them on, all three of them on the Chiefs would be in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah, and the Chiefs are not.
You know, those three players are phenomenal.
Yeah, and where are the Chiefs now? 5-5, and you got the Raiders.
I think part of the
2-8.
A big problem for the Raiders is they need to get rid of Geno Smith.
Yeah, I was watching Geno Smith, and I was just like, how can you be that shit that you're getting? The Cowboys have played fucking good this season. Excuse me. And they're just getting rolled up. The Cowboys are still 4-5, so they're getting rolled up by a mid team, if you like. They're not fucking amazing, but they made the Raiders made them look like a top tier team that is sitting at the top of the conference, sitting at the top of the league. How do you even do that? How do you be that shit? And there's Geno Smith and Mike Carroll. They're fucking that team up more than it already is. Frustrating as fuck.
They shouldn't have brought Geno in. They should have brought him in as maybe the backup or a placeholder, and then, brought in their intended QB or brought up their intended QB later on.
Yeah. At this point in the season, you're the Raiders. Do you purposely play shit and lose every game so you get that top spot in the draft to try and draft as high as you can? This is...
I mean, this is the same thing the Browns have been doing for the last couple of seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, look how many QBs the Browns have been through.
Last time I checked, it was 17. Let me look at that. It was a lot. Been since 2000. So they've had, since 99, the Cleveland Browns have had 41 different QBs. That includes 40 different players who have started at quarterback with only 3 seasons, 2001 to 2019 and 2020, featuring the same quarterback starting every game.
The only one who's been on for multiple seasons is, from my understanding, through choice, technically, is Deshaun Watson. And that's only because he's been on IR for like a year and a half. His dumbass is getting paid just to sit around.
That's fucking crazy, isn't it? Let me see if...
So...
No, it's not. I had something come up on...
They dug themselves a hole.
Mm-hmm. I had something come up on Twitter earlier, X or whatever. That Deshaun Watson robbed the Browns of $240,000 by not playing Sunday. It's absolutely fucking mental.
Well, they signed him... What did they sign him for? They signed him for some stupid, like, $230 million or something for, like, 4 years. Played a bad season. Ruptured his Achilles. Healed up. Just before this season started, ruptured it again. Didn't even see the field. Didn't even see the practice field.
I'd rupture my Achilles for that money just to sit on the sideline and do fuck all.
Well, he's still sat on the sidelines. Like, he's still not... I don't believe he's even been suited up this season.
Do you think he coaches up...
I don't think he's even in the building.
Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. In my opinion, he is not the right QB to be sat on the sideline or QB1. They should have Jameis Winston or someone like that. Because even if Jameis Winston's not playing, he's a hype man. He's going to help you through.
They had Jameis.
Exactly. Why would you let him go?
Well, they've let loads of good QB. They let Baker Mayfield go.
Yeah, they let Joe Flacco go. And I mean, he's not an amazing QB, but you'd want him to sit behind Dylan Gabriel and coach him up a little bit, help him.
Better than Deshaun Watson.
I don't know. I don't remember what Deshaun Watson plays like. It's been that long.
Mate, it was bad. There's a reason that at the start of this season they had four QBs on the roster.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
like it's
conkers.
And there's someone that reckons Watson tore his Achilles last October, then suffered another in January, which put his 2025 season in question. 9 months later, he could be nearing a return to the practice field. Not games, the practice field.
You try and get rid. You would try and get rid. Don't know. But anyway,
the trouble is nobody's going to want him.
Your games of the week this week. Bills and Bucks, Panthers, Falcons.
Mate, that was quite good. The Bills and Bucks, I saw a stat that the leader of the game by score changed 10 times during that game.
I believe the Bills and Bucks game was on when the Packers Giants game was on. Because you text me saying you were watching Bills Bucks, and I said no. Because
it was a good game.
I couldn't bring myself to quad box it while the Packers were playing. If the Packers are playing, I want to watch just solely that game because I get too distracted by everything that's going on. So
same as me. The only thing is the Eagles have had a few primetime games this season, so thankfully when that does happen, usually nobody else is playing. So
yeah, and then
but the other one was the Panthers Falcons. So they're both fairly low in the overall standings, but that was actually quite a good game to watch.
I was just watching and who were the Chiefs playing? Broncos.
They got fucked by the Broncos.
Yeah, and like if you watch it now, Kansas City is not playing how they were playing last season. We've been saying this from the beginning of the season.
No.
And where are the Broncos right now?
So just to speak on the Panthers game, Bryce Young had one of his best games. Completion percentage of 68.9, 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Oh, Bryce Young going off. Where are they sitting right now?
They're higher than most people believe. They are right behind the Lions, 6-5.
That's very nice. I would like to see Bryce Young and the Panthers in the playoffs. I think it's about time that the Panthers fans...
I'd like to see him at least make the wild card.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see how they do under that sort of pressure, because I feel the playoffs are harder and more intense than week to week, if that makes sense. Because normally they don't even get to that. Unless
you are fighting for a wild card spot up until the last week, most teams, the last week is kind of just whatever happens. We put our backups in, save everybody.
Yeah.
But I would quite like to see the Panthers, the Jags, the Bears, all these sort of underdog teams actually make somewhere. I would have liked to have seen the Jets and the Raiders get somewhere this season, but with their ownership and leadership...
The Bears are 7-3 this season. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the Bears are leading the NFC North at the moment.
That is fucking mental. Last season, the Lions were bumming everybody. Like, absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
Leading the
NFC North is the Bears, Packers, Lions, and Vikings. That's how the NFC North goes.
Last season, it was Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears, I believe. Or was it
Lions, Vikings,
Packers, Bears? And the Bears are running the NFC North this season. Absolutely dominating.
But, to be fair, that doesn't always mean everything. I mean,
no.
The Lions got the bye week and got destroyed by the Commanders in the first game.
Yeah, exactly. But it's good, not from the sense of I'm a Packers fan, it's our division, and we've got Vikings, Lions, Bears coming up. In the sense of the Bears normally are the bottom of the standings in our division. I strongly believe it is Ben Johnson has flipped that team completely, and the Lions are suffering for losing him. Dan Campbell's a good coach.
I think they are a bit. Ben Johnson played a lot of trick plays last year.
Yeah. And
there
the Lions
doesn't seem to be quite as many this season.
The Bears are doing it. The Bears are doing it a lot. I've seen a few cheeky little trick plays. Little flea flickers and stuff.
Well, they already run the Philly special. It didn't work, I don't think, if I remember rightly, but they did run it.
No, I think it did. I think it did work.
I don't remember, but I remember seeing them run it, because I remember everybody going wild, the Bears run the Philly special, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're playing a lot of trick football plays.
They're playing smarter football as well.
They've tried a couple.
But it's not working for them.
But yeah, I mean, the Eagles-Lions game, man, that was... Did you watch the highlights from that one?
Not yet. It's sometimes a struggle to get all of the highlights in, and I work my way backwards, if that makes sense. I watch the shittest games first, so I don't always see the games that you've said, this is top game, because I watch them backwards. I watch the shit teams first.
So, obviously, I stayed up for the Lions-Eagles. I hate to say it, but the Phillies' offence is not firing. They were trying to force the ball to A.J. Brown when they shouldn't have been. They should have just been going to whoever was open and running it. Yeah, well, we've been whinging in the media and stuff.
Yeah, I see.
So they were forcing it, and it just wasn't there. So that didn't get going. But the Lions' offense wasn't much better. One thing I did notice is when Jared Goff is under pressure, he's not very good.
Oh, really?
Makes a lot of mistakes. Well, I seen the thing that this was his lowest completion percentage of the entire season. What was it? I've got to look it up quick, because it was the actual completion percentage was wild, Jared Goff. So it was ridiculously low. So this is the weird thing, though. He still got 255 yards.
That's his lowest completion. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was something like... Where is it? ESPN usually does quite a good job on it. Yeah, 437,
That's
which is
crazy.
a completion percentage of 37.8%.
That's crazy.
That's what I
14
mean.
of
Like,
37.
that's not. I don't know of any QB that's had that low this year.
No, even Geno Smith maybe.
Maybe, but I mean, this is the Lions. 14 of 37.
Mm-hmm.
He also got intercepted.
It's like
But
taking a step
to be
back.
fair, it was it was because the Eagles pressured him so much. Like the defensive line came right up in his face. The edge rushers were right in his face.
That interception was Cooper DeJean, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was off a tipped ball by I believe Jordan Davis.
I think I've seen that. I'm pretty sure I've seen that interception
yeah,
on TikTok.
Those big defensive linemen tipped the ball 5 times.
That's fucking crazy. That is absolutely bonkers, isn't it?
And the whole defense. So the guy Phillips, what's his first name? I forget. Jalen.
Yeah.
Who
Jordan
they
Phillips.
traded for the other week. So this is his second game, and he had, what did he have? 6 pressures, like a 60% pressure rate. No, I think it was 40% pressure rate. He had like 6 tackles and half a sack, I want to say. So he's come in and made a hell of a difference on the edge.
Yeah.
He is fast. You watch the highlights or something, and you can see how fast. N'Kobe Dean, he's ridiculously fast. Our linebacker was following Jameer Gibbs, like running the field. Like, that's insane.
That's crazy.
And he kept up with
Jameer
him.
Gibbs is fast.
He also, you know how most running backs are fairly short, but you know how big David Montgomery is.
Yeah.
The linebacker pushed David Montgomery into Jared Goff.
Did you?
Yeah, the Eagles' defense is pretty insane at the moment. The Lions is the only thing that kept them in that game as well. Their defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, New York had a pretty good defense against the Packers, but Micah Parsons saw to that with the game-winning sack.
I saw that. That was quite good.
That was really good, and Micah Parsons chasing people down like an absolute savage dog when he couldn't get his
I think
sack.
that's one thing everyone's saying about, Micah Parsons' trade hasn't been worth it, rah, rah, rah. I think it has, by the mere fact he's getting double-teamed half the time, and when it isn't, they see him coming and they just run.
Yeah, his pressure looks like when he's pressuring, they panic and they don't know what to do. But yeah, we could talk about this for fucking hours, and I don't want to. This is the problem.
I mean,
go on. The problem we have is
where are we?
we discuss this all over text all week long. You pointed this out to me earlier. We discussed this all week long over text, and then we get to this point and it's like we should have saved all of this for the podcast rather than we had an hour's conversation before we even come on here.
Yeah, the Packers are currently sat in 9th place and the Eagles are in 3rd.
Oh,
So for as much as our offences aren't doing too great, both teams are in the top 10 because of the defence.
yeah. I mean, Jordan Love injured his shoulder, and we had Malik Willis in, who is like he's QB1 material. Do you know what I mean? The Titans got rid of him because
I think
they
if he
didn't
was
want him.
on, if he went back to the Titans or the Saints or something like that, he could easily be QB1 of those teams. He is now standing back up.
We don't want him to go back. We need him in case something happens with Jordan Love. But anyway, I don't know about you, but I have absolutely nothing else. I'm donezo.
I've got nothing.
So one more question for the viewers. Who's your bold prediction for MVP next season? Tell us in the comments. We'll shout out a few next week. And that's it from me. That's it from you. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in to Exleys on the NFL. Follow us on Instagram at Exleys NFL Podcast and TikTok Tony Exley 12. Hit the subscribe button. We're on Spotify at Exleys NFL, YouTube Music, Exleys NFL Podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Exleys on the NFL. Follow us on Instagram at Exleys NFL Podcast and TikTok at Tony Exley 12. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.